This happens to my hands at cold temperatures. That looks like early stages of frostbite. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I don't think that's very good. What do you mean by cold temperatures, though? Usually around 12 degrees centigrade or 53 Fahrenheit. That's not cold. That's mild. That's almost warm. 12C is not cold. Is this a medical condition? Well, clearly it is. Apparently a dermatologist and general practitioner are both stumped, so it doesn't seem to bother them. So hey, if it's not painful and it doesn't hinder you, well, what's the big harm? Hello and welcome to Kalbus. My name is Zen, and today we're gonna take another delve into r/OddlyTerrifying. A subreddit for images and videos and just things that just kind of get under your skin and just gonna make you take a second glance, be like, yeah, actually, no, that is kind of terrifying. That's kind of scary. Let's just jump in, shall we? Fingers without nails. Wow, this feels like it's like a Crypt TV kind of character. I don't know why my mind went there. I don't know, it looks kind of neat. I don't know if this is a real thing. It kind of looks like it's photoshopped, so if it's real, it's not. I can't see it in the comments. But all I can think of is just trying to scratch those itches has just gone a whole lot harder. The Lone Star Tick. If bitten by one that carries the alpha-gal molecule, you become allergic to red meat for the rest of your life. Oh, I believe this could be used in radical ways to make people go vegan. Let's not give people ideas with this. That's crazy that something like that actually exists. That something that can just bite you, and there's something so small like this that can just make you entirely allergic to a type of food. That is bizarre. But also, we are made of red meat. Does that mean we become allergic to ourselves? Top comment, how long until they're weaponized by vegans? Okay, I see other people went straight to where my mind went. Oh, someone in the comments apparently got bitten by it. 5 years ago, broke out into hives and had their throat close up after eating pork and was diagnosed with alpha-gal a week later. Was prescribed an EpiPen and everything. Somehow they got over it. Apparently there's not much known about this whole thing. To which someone replied, maybe it just turned into beta-gal because your genes were too alpha already. Nice. Daughter, Michael said he's mad at you. Who's Michael? My imaginary friend. I had an imaginary friend named Michael too, but I forgot about him when I grew up. I know. You do? That's why he's mad at you. Oh, God. I'm not so sure that's imaginary at that point, because if it's a shared imagination, I'm pretty sure that becomes a reality at that point. Even if it is fantastical and unlikely and all those other kind of synonyms, that's a reality at that point. Wasn't it a plot point in like Inside Out or something like that? With imaginary friends that I feel like there is a horror film out there that's all about like imaginary friends coming back and getting like revenge for being forgotten or something like that. I feel like there is one, and if there isn't one, there's gonna be one very soon. It's just one of those things. Dear God, just don't let it be by Asylum Films. For the love of God. A vulture bee harvests blood instead of nectar and produces meat honey? Excuse me, what is meat honey? Now, I don't eat meat very often, but if there is like an alternative where it's like all natural honey glazed meat just ready to pick out of a tree or something, yeah, I'm game. Saves me a whole lot of cooking. Vulture bees, though, that sounds metal as hell. Wow. But vulture normally... But the name vulture kind of implies that it's from like roadkill, and they don't kill things, they just like pick up blood from carcasses and whatnot. But vampire bees making meat honey? Ooh, that's a phrase I'm pretty sure I didn't need in my life. My kid watching me poop just can't get any privacy. The question is, was that hole already there? Or did they punch out the door handle so he could watch you pop a squat? Because if so, it's not very sneaky. And there was like a whole moment where you saw like something was happening to the door handle. You could have stopped it. But at the same time, if they're giving you uncomfortable eye contact, give it back. Man, this kind of just itches that fear, that kind of primal fear of just sitting there doing nothing. And then just like looking in the corner of your eyes, you just see something watching you from like a small hole or a vent or a dark window or something. A picture of a dove drinking water. I straight up thought that was a xenomorph. I straight up thought that was a xenomorph to begin with. With just like little teeth with your little feathers on his nose. That is a fantastic... It says picture. I'm assuming it's a photograph. I want it to be one instead of just like a painting because that looks phenomenal. But still, that's... Ooh. You know how if like you see something ambiguous, your brain just fills it in with just something? Why did my brain go to xenomorph? What what does that say about me? A banana eel. What's so terrifying about that? It's just a little eel buddy. It's a very colorful eel buddy. Why is this oddly terrifying? I don't get this one. Like, I don't know why, but I have a strange affinity to eels, and I know exactly why. Like, I've never eaten eel. I'd really like to try some. Definitely not the, you know, English version of jellied eel, because God, no. Maybe some, like, unagi, like, soy-glazed eel from Japan or something. I'd love to try that. But the first time I ever went fishing was when I was a child, and I caught essentially just 5 eels in a row, and the people I was with, they didn't know how it was happening. I didn't know, because I was just a small little baby child, and I was confused why these fish were long. I guess I was dumb. Still am. This meme. Did you know 2 in 3 people are ugly? Must be 3 in 3. I mean, again, I'm not sure why this is oddly terrifying. This is just a really bad insult. It's not even funny. It's not even insultive. This is just a bad meme. Moving on. Arctic glaciers then and now. Yeah. Oh, it's no bueno. It's not good. It's like straight up, it's an issue. It's really an issue, and we all need to do our part. Like what I do. Every now and again, when I get the chance, I put a bunch of water into the freezer, I make ice cubes, and I just pour it out into the river. I'm doing my part. What are you doing? MRIs during pregnancy. Oh my God, that's horrifying. Like, the first person that took an MRI of someone that was pregnant, like, the new technology, they knew roughly what they were going to be getting, most likely, but then they just, like, put it up onto the X-ray viewing thing, and they just see this staring back. My God, they must have cacked pants. Whoa, God, it looks like an angry eggplant. Oh, it's the bottom right one that really does it for me. The door that leads to the remains of Reactor 4 at Chernobyl. Oh God, like looking at it, it just looks like some apartment buildings that I've lived in the past, but now just with the context of Reactor 4, dear God, this is such this photo has power. Now it has such power, well, probably because it's powered by uranium and radioactivity, but still, like, just knowing what kind of mess and destruction and just God knows what is behind that door. Oh my God. Don't know why, but this modern cabin is just unsettling. I wouldn't call it unsettling. I would say it's out of place. It seems to be out in the wild, and it's just very bold and, you know, just simple shapes which just do not belong. But it's also obviously the big stilts, which does not look like it would support during any form of, I don't know, land subsidence or earthquake. It depends where it is. It really does depend where it is. But my mind is, 1, the warm light inside makes it look cozy, and 2, this would be a really good kind of zombie hideaway place. It's the microwave, right? Nope. Absolutely not. That's the time to run, scream, and just get out. Pick something up to bludgeon with. That thing has got legs. Like, I'm zooming in. I can see legs. From a distance, it does kind of look like it's got what looks to be a really bad troll face. Which kind of, in my mind, immediately makes it less imposing. Because if I see troll face, I just turn brain off, be like, oh, it's not worth paying attention to. But no, that's terrifying. Yee. God, this reminds me of a video I saw the other day of just like some people looking into an abandoned house and be like, oh, hey, look, there's a cat with the reflective eyes. And it follows them and they go to the front door. And then they're looking, it's like, come here, kitty, come here. And then it stands up to be like 7 foot tall. It's like, oh, well, I'm gonna die now. Bye-bye. Oh my God, that video. Anglerfish washed ashore. These things are nightmares. They are terrifying. It looks cool at this, but just thinking about like the mechanics of this fish and just where it lives and like what it does. No, I'm good. Just like get a stick and poke it back into the ocean. Go back to where you belong. Although, what's it doing up on the shore? I thought these things lived like hundreds of meters or feet below the ocean. How did it get up here without being, you know, eaten or sinking? Would it sink? You know, I don't know. Would the fish sink? Actually, that's a good question. Do fish sink when they die? Yeah, they sink. They sink. It seems like such a dumb thing to ask in the moment, but now I'm thinking about it, it makes sense that they would sink. And on that note, that's all the time we have for today on Kalbus. If you liked the video, consider dropping a like, or maybe even subscribing, or hey, maybe even sharing with a friend and just injecting a little bit of terror into their day. If you want to see some more r/OddlyTerrifying, then stick around just a couple more seconds because another one will be popping up on your screen. But on that note, I have been your host Zen, and I hope to see you in the very next video. Have a great rest of your day.